Okay, we are on our fourth and final 2-year-old. This one is kind of the opposite of a lot of the ones that we rode. We had two that were very stiff, one that had some real issues and even issues in her conformation that led to her issues riding. This colt, he is a stud, so he has a little bit of that tension in him in certain places, but he is very supple. I wanted to ride him for you guys to show you a horse that is very soft compared to the horses that weren't soft. He's very light, he's built a lot lighter, and everything's very easy for him. He does not have any more rides on him than those other horses had. Just everything for him has been very easy. He's a yes horse. You say, let's do this, and he says yes, okay. And he follows pretty well. Him being a stud sometimes gets in the way of that. If it wasn't for that, he's just a real sweetheart, and everything's very easy for him. And that's really the big thing, is a lot of this other stuff that we're working on with those other horses, that stuff's just hard. This colt, things come pretty natural and everything's pretty easy. And of course it makes it easier on us, but they all have the same amount of rides and they're just different kinds of horses. So we're just gonna let him kind of figure out moving his feet, figure out a rhythm and a cadence, find the circle that we're riding on, kind of look around a little bit. None of these colts that I rode for you today were rode before or put on the hot walker or anything. We just get on them cold, come out here. This is part of the warm-up. It's hard on us to have to ride this trot through this fast and craziness, but it's important for the horse. You want to help him with your rhythm. Find that cadence. If he speeds up, I slow down. If he slows down, I speed up. And basically when I start out, I'm kind of at his mercy. And what I'm saying with my body is saying, hey, start to follow me. When you speed up, I'm going to sit and slow down. When you slow down, I'm going to speed up. The main thing is that you need to quit being the leader and start to follow my body. Follow my, it's no different than when you're dancing with somebody, slow dancing, and usually the man's the leader, and sometimes you dance with somebody and you're the leader. Well, when I'm riding, I always want to be the leader. When I slow dance, the person I'm slow dancing with can lead all they want. But when I'm riding, I want him to follow my rhythm and I want to be the leader. So now that rhythm is slowed down, his ears are coming back a little bit, he's getting a little bit more of a cadence, he's following me a little bit. So now I'll go and ask him for that collection. Now, he's so soft that I can do it with 2 fingers. And he just caves right down, his body comes up. It's important to keep that cadence going. You know, it's just 2 little fingers. He's a very soft horse, especially for being a stud. When I go to turn, my hand comes to my hip. Again, just ever so light. Driving forward, he lost that rhythm. So it's important for me to drive out that rhythm. Asking for that collection. I asked him to pick his rib up right there and get on that circle a little bit. Hand comes to my hip. He's kind of moving all around. He hasn't just let go and follow his nose and come to that pull. He wanted to be in charge. So I just bump my reins and help him and say, no, just follow your nose. I'm driving. Let me go where I want to go, not where you want to go. Let him relax out here. Collect straight down. Grab that inside rein. Use my legs. And ride him around. This seems so simple, but on these babies, it's really hard. Again, they've only been rode a handful of times, and they're not used to following anybody or having that body control. They're using muscles they're not used to using. So again, I helped him with my outside leg right there to get that lead. And I just want to let him find this circle. He's got a nice forward momentum. I like that. He's naturally real low-headed and smooth. Now I'll start to ask him for some collection. Start squeezing my legs, bumping my hands. Fell off his circle, I ride him back to his circle. And I'm just massaging him just ever so lightly and bumping on his belly, asking his back to come up underneath me. He's arguing with me right here a little bit. There. Good boy. Driving with my feet, rocking, leans towards that gate. I'm going to pick him up and turn him right there. Pick him up, drive forward, drive forward. Really having to drive forward right there. Pick him up, drive forward. Softness there. Pick him up. Good. His attention went outside that gate. He lost his momentum. As far as this colt goes in general, I feel like he's having a bad day. He usually is a lot lighter. His attention's really on all those fillies that are out there on that walker. Just helping him every step of the way. There's no lunch break riding these 2-year-olds. Pull your right rein, right to your hip, drive forward. Pull your right rein, pull to your hip. He got real lost right there. I just helped him. Said, stay underneath me. There. There. Much better. Need to shorten my reins. Whoop. Okay, so right here I went to shorten my reins. And when I did, I think that I made a mistake and stopped my rhythm for just a second, and he just drug his tail. I do think it was my mistake. On an older horse, I would punish him right there because I didn't mean for that to happen. And I kind of feel like he knew I didn't mean for it to happen, but he was looking for a place to stop. But on a baby, I see that as he was trying. And I'm dang sure not going to punish a horse that's trying. He's starting to get a little sweat on him. This deep sand is harder to lope in than you think, especially on a baby who doesn't know where their feet are, and I'm asking him to do all this crazy stuff with his body, using muscles he's not used to using. So although that was a mistake, and I didn't mean to ask him to stop, I'm not going to punish him for it. I'm just going to ask him to go out there and lope again and be a little bit more aware of my rhythm. Outside leg, outside rein. Pull your right rein, go across. Pull your right rein. Kind of feel like he needed to go all the way around right there. He was kind of waiting for that out instead of following me. That's a lot of, he's pretty focused on the ladies today and not following very good. On most days when he will just not think about other stuff and follow me a little bit more, he's extremely soft. But he's very collected. He's nice and round, rounder than any of those other colts I rode before. There. Now he's getting pretty soft, getting off of my squeeze of my legs. Go in a straight line, drive, drive, whoa. Okay, now that was a hard stop. And for a baby, I'm gonna go ahead and take that. But he locked up that old front end, and I didn't like that at all. So I'm gonna soften him here in this front end, and I'm not gonna punish him at all. Like I said, he's a baby and he tried to stop. Boy, I'll take it. But in an older horse, I don't necessarily like that big old pounce on that front end. Yes, he drug his butt, but he locked up that front end pretty good, and I'd like that to soften up. When I got stopped, see how he rooted his nose out right there? I'll just pull him around and ask him for his front end to get busy. Pull his front end around, kick him in the guts, get busy. Start to come to that pull. Come to that pull. There, he came to that pull a little bit right there. Now I'll go back to the lope. I really used a lot of outside rein and outside leg to shove him onto that lead. He's only had a handful of rides and he needs that help. I'm thinking about going to my circle again. Asking for a little collection. Right rein, very soft, go across the pen. Thinking about my gait right there. Right rein, very good. Oh. Again, rooted out his nose. He stops hard. He's got to come up here in the shoulders and soften this face a little bit. Those trot steps getting into that lope right now are just fine. Eventually, we don't want that, but he's a baby. He can trot up in there as long as he's trying and following me. There, that was much better. See, when I quit riding, I just want to be able to hold him and help him. There. Right there, he was real soft to that. He just kind of quit, came to that pull. I'll soften him right here at the end. He's so light, he just wants to back out of it. I let him relax, maybe help him with my feet a little bit and say, hey buddy, maybe you need to walk forward. It's okay, relax there. That's what I wanted. I want you to drop off, come to that bump, there. He's a real nice colt. He's very green, only has a handful of rides. He's got a lot of try in him. He'd be a lot better gilding. You wouldn't have to deal with some of that studliness, but we'll sure take a video of him in a couple more months and show you where he's at, and hopefully he'll be a lot softer. We won't have to help him as much, and I think he's gonna show real well. Hopefully he'll stay sound and he'll be a plus stopper, I think, for sure, and we'll have them on cattle next time as well. So good luck with your horses. If you have any questions, just give me a call. My number's on the website. And have fun riding these colts. Treat them like children. Help them along the way. And remember that forward motion is a key to a lot of it. Thanks.